Okay folks, so welcome to the next part in the series of repairing the old spinning rod, in which I'm going to do a little bit of work on the brass ferrule mounts of the handle, and I hope you enjoy the next few episodes. Okay, so here I am going to put the end stop onto the handle. I made a little brass nail. I made two brass nails, one for either side. I've already done the other side. The brass nail is made the same way that I made the other one, where you basically fishtail the end of a piece of brass scrap which fits through the hole in the ring there, and then you cut it to a point. You cut two flaps off either side of the fishtail so it gets cut to a point, and then you can adjust the shape with a hammer if it's a little bit wide. And so you've got a fairly crude thick brass nail which doesn't have any top on it because it gets filed off eventually soon. So again, I've chosen a drill bit which it will give me a tight fit for the brass pin, and I'm going to drill it with these very small drill bits. You don't benefit a lot by using a Dremel really. It tends to it can break them, and it also tends to wear them out very fast. A tip is to buy the ones with the cobalt coating. It lasts longer than the normal ones. So we've got a nice hole there, and we stick the pin in, and then again I'm going to support the rod so that the actual ring is not resting on this rubber block, so that it doesn't distort the brass ring. Okay. So like that, and then we cut it off, and then we file it essentially, just so that it's nice and there's no rough edge there for when you pick up the rod. Right, so now we have our fishing rod. We've got a repaired end piece. We've got nicely patinaed slides for the reel. We've got an end stop which has been refixed on. Nicely patinaed end there. So what remains to do now is to start cleaning this up, so that we can then do the threading. And of course we've got our enormous spinning rod ring here, which is to go onto it too. Okay, so that brings me to the end of this sequence. Okay, so here's a brief clip, because it was hard to see what I was doing, which just illustrates how to create the nail which I used in the handle. So start with a piece of scrap, and then you fishtail the end with a planishing hammer or something similar like that, and then you move to this stage here where you basically cut off the sides here of the fishtail. So you've basically made you've made a point that's flat, and then you cut off the sides, and then you end up with it flat in that direction and flat in that direction also, and then you just file it so that it's nice and smooth. Okay, this is just a clip to finally wrap up the handle repair. So I'm just going to show you the state the handle's in. So here we are with the that's the top ferrule, and if we move down, we've now got a bit of threading behind the reel stops, and that's the base. And I don't know if you can see, you can just see the nail which we made. And so that wraps up the final handle repair. and in the next few videos we're going to show you how to wind the handle and some of the other parts of the rod, and there may even be a video on cork repair later on too, so look out for it. What you see just there is the varnished giant rod eye, which is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Let's see if I can get closer, but I don't know if it will focus. Yeah, there you go.